Hey guys, please visit the International Fellowship of Persons in Vietnam. Thanks. Alexis, turn that down. Alexa, turn it down more. Alexa, turn it down. Okay, we are. Please give the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Thanks for joining this webinar. Have a good time. Dedication 95.
We don't get the other camera dizzy now. We won't. You wouldn't get the other camera dizzy, would you? Of course not.
Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the it's, KBB.com. Realizing Geico has over 85 years of experience saving folks money and providing great customer service is like realizing there's a crumb tray on the bottom of your toaster, and you don't have to keep turning the toaster upside down.
How long has that been there? Hey, who needs some croutons?
It's something that's been right there in front of you all along, like the dedicated Geico claims team available to you in the event of an accident to get you back on the road quickly, or realizing that baby carrots are just regular carrots that have been shaved down.
Who watch TV?
I don't care. They're still cute.
It's something you can't believe you never realized before. Like how Geico's 97% customer satisfaction rating means Geico is committed to providing the best service for their customers. Or how you can peel the top layer of tape off a lint roller and there's a fresh layer underneath.
Marcy, wait till you hear about the lint roller.
You mean how the
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and
It's
Jews.
just one of the many reasons
Time
to
is
switch
now.
to Geico.
The need is great. The situation is dire.
I remember.
Please be a help,
Kid
not a hindrance. Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Thank you.
If we were in the house.
Alexa, play Bang a Gong by T-Rex.
Bang a Gong, Get It On by T-Rex on Amazon Music.
All right.
She don't know who to go to. Disneyland. We can clear about that,
You're like, I'm equal opportunity in my year.
Exactly.
Okay, tell us about the incredible, really incredible beloved classic with Harrison Ford, Armand, Sabrina.
You know, movie opportunity shot it actually out in one coat on that. I had this white tuxedo on half the film, down in Long Island, bluefish start running around April or May, and I love fishing, and I would go with my pole down to the water, and I'm in that white tuxedo down by the shore, trying to catch bluefish, and I finally landed one at the very moment that they were always waiting there. As soon as I got it up, this scaly, slippery beast in my hands, they're like, Greg, we need you now. And I go on company for shit, I got an earful. Sorry.
As good as it gets.
Yeah, I remember going to the Oscars. I took my parents, and it was great. It was, honestly, it's a sense of horror. I didn't even know what something. My mom was like, honey, how are you getting there? And I was like, I don't know. And then there was a limousine that pulled up, and I looked at the most horrific limousine I've ever seen. And there was like a jacuzzi in the back of it. And I was like, and he's bumping in, he's bumping into the garage and trying to circumvent our driveway. And I was like, okay, there's nobody around, so starting an hour. I ushered my wife, mom, and dad. There's a discipline. And it was so mortifying. It was the show.
It's like always the great curveball.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got mail.
She's eating breakfast at the EAT.
Yeah, but AK for the weekend with my friend.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. She was kind of, because it's such a cute little place in the east side. And, you go in there and like, you sit down. I'm having a little bit of Of course, I thought I was halfway through my coffee. Yeah, because AKA is like that EAT.
Exactly! I'm gonna go straight into the next movie. I love Jim Lynch, and you are such a savior in it. You have a heart of gold in this movie, Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, yeah. It's like driving that bus. There's no three of us. We're on the highway. There's cameras. We didn't own the highway, so there are people driving around just looking at us. Going, what the hell's going on here? So we just made it up as we went along. But
Alexa, play Make It Last by Montrose.
Here's Make It Last by Montrose on Amazon Music.
you're bearing more about fever pitch because I always like that.
Sorry,
Very special film for me because we were a part and witnessed the breaking of the curse of the dam for 81 years at that point. That's our kind of one. And the film was about.
Were you there at that meeting?
Yeah. We filmed the end of the movie on the mountain in St. Louis, and we thought we were going to jinx that. We were like, oh, we're going to be the thing that gets in the way of this team winning, and then we're filming the whole season. And then also Jimmy Fallon, the lead, fell in love with my producing partner, Nan, who's my best friend in the world, and now they have 2 kids. And
I didn't know that. That's really story. I would have to ask the question.
No, in fact, Anna went out to about a new project, Shining Veil. If it's okay, we want to go to a commercial break and then get scoops from you when we come back.
Okay. We all want justice. We want the world to be honest and fair. But justice isn't given. It's fought for and it's won. And promise to prove it. Justice is our business. Do you want some? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play the St. Louis' own
Yeah,
Billy
the International
Carlson.
Fellowship
Guess that covered.
of Christians and Jews.
Ready?
Time is now.
Question 1. If your vehicle is out of warranty, who should you call to save on expensive car repairs? Garfield can help.
Please, get to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Time is now. The situation is dire. He is great. Please, give now.
Transmission, electronics, tons of other major parts and systems.
You're right on both fronts. All you have to do is call CarShield before your car breaks down to get all of that great coverage. Last question. What does
Give
CarShield
now.
include?
The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews.
Roadside assistance for help with flat tires, dead batteries, lockout service, and courtesy towing. That's a grand slam of benefits.
Sure is, Dylan. Now, how do you know all these great things about
Great, sir.
Because I'm a car
He is
customer,
great.
call car
Give for the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews.
Garden Place Senior Living Communities offer independent living, assisted living, and memory care services and amenities. Enjoy our Lifetime Promise program for independent and assisted living. You'll receive no rent increase for a lifetime of your stay. Garden Place Senior Living. Learn more at gbliving.com.
So you are finally making some headway when the whole landscape changes. That's when you can give your old friends, like Speedy Cash, your plate to retail supplies. Speedy Cash, we're here for you. Online and in store. We have a ghost, and I'm pretty sure she lives in this closet. Peter, I'm sorry to freak you out. Okay, let's assume we do have a ghost.
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. The situation is dire, and he is great. The time is now. Please go to the following website and give now.
Ghost problem solved. It's a breakfast.
We're on a comedy show, almost hard to pin it down. Phenomenal tone called Shining Veil.
You tell how to make a difference. Please give the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews.
And it's this family in New York are, they've had this, thing, my wife and I, sweetheart, we're conscious.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Need discretion.
You. Not the car. Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians in Jews.
Deep in Connecticut, and
I wonder why.
I think
Uncle Sam needs
it's
you.
just like we're in this freaky house.
You.
And
Yeah, you.
I don't really
Give to the International Fellowship of Christians in
that
Jews.
I'm not seeing, so I don't get to do a lot of the, horror looks.
But I love the tone of this show because it is creepy and scary. And then there's
seen
like
ghosts?
levity. I don't think so.
I don't either.
I believe in everything.
But a lot of people have. Are you
Oh,
amazed
my
at how many people have an experience of having seen something or believe they've seen something, otherworldly?
It sort of makes sense. It's like, UFOs and aliens. Like, come on. Of course there are other life. There's other life, and that's not just the ET and me talking. Like, you would think that was.
You're the only one who
Alexa, play Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Dancing Queen by ABBA on Amazon Music.
you had the choice.
Someone else that we work with.
Hey, Jim.
It's very
Yes, the
emotional.
International Fellowship of Christians in Jews.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
You. Yes.
For real. And he did
That's right, you. And right now.
I have a feeling that something bad is
They made these angels. Have you ever tried the banana?
The time is now. Give from the heart to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews now, right now, as if your life depended on it.
I feel like it's something coming on.
Gary, I hope you want.
Go to the website. Now! Right now!
I think this could be.
Don't wait. Do it now. Do it now as if your life depended on it. God said, do it now. Not later, now. When God says he means now. Listen to his son Jesus give to the poor. Now.
I've not seen anybody the seat before.
God said, listen to his son Jesus give to the poor now. Not later, now. Later is too late. For you. You will answer. You will answer for your shortcomings. You will answer. Later is too late For a year.
Nobody would come here, and so.
Okay, we're gonna get you a book. We're gonna.
Jesus says, give to the poor. God said, listen to his son, Jesus.
Don't then finish.
Jesus broke
and
bread
like
and gave it. He does what he said.
Because I don't have the book from all the years I did later. I had it like the like.
Are you going to fall short, or are you going to live up to your
That's interesting.
Christian
I just read an
duty?
article about this woman who has become a treasure huntress. Maybe I need to call her and see if she can help us track it down.
Really?
Yes, I just found this woman.
So she can find like
That's what she does.
anything?
That's what she does.
Oh God, I got a lot of jobs for her now.
Now,
I think we got mission number one.
later,
Get the book,
you
I'll
will
see
answer
if we can find her. I'll
for
go ahead.
your
Now that we know each
shortcomings.
other, we can be
Do it
Okay.
now.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Shining Man is available for streaming on Stars and the Stars app. It is so awesome, and so are you. We'll be right back.
In a town plagued by hot summers, investment firms buying up local HVAC companies. He knows.
Oh, you can say St. Louis.
Get same-day service with a platinum membership. Turn to the experts at Pitt, your carrier dealer, serving St. Charles, Jefferson County, and St. Louis. Hi, folks. Medic.
Alexa, play the Gospel of John, chapter 9.
The Gospel of John, King James Version by Audio Connoisseur. This audiobook can be yours free when you start an Audible Premium Plus 30-day trial. Each month,
Alexa, stop. Alexa, play,
what do you want me to play?
Alexa, play Jesus is Just Alright by the Doobie Brothers.
Here's Jesus is Just All Right with Me, 2006 remastered single version by the
Sir,
Doobie Brothers.
call now.
on Amazon
Call
Music.
1-800-413-3597. That's 1-800-413-3597 now. Teamwork, preparation, integrity, perseverance, victory. You'll find these words on the bulletin boards, wristbands, and locker room walls.
Did I say shake and bake, or did I say do it now?
These are more than words of inspiration. They're the values that we use every day to help injured people rebuild their lives. Call Cuthbert Townsley. Real people, real results. 324-500-5000.
Some people don't like it. They just don't understand. I don't have time for all that. Summer is any time for fun. Save your money. Call Pitt for our $99 maintenance special. Turn to the experts in Pitt, your carrier dealer, serving St. Charles, Jefferson County, and St. Louis.
Here's a quick tip. That was Viva.
Hey Drew, here's a design tip. If you're stuck on how you want your place to look, think instead about how you want it to feel. Do you want your office to be a place that feels inspiring, or your bedroom to be a place that feels safe? Maybe you want your living room to feel super relaxed. So close your eyes and transport yourself to the last time you felt that way. The last time I felt truly relaxed, I was at the beach. So I'm gonna pull in this beautiful breeze, those sandy keys. I'm gonna bring in the dry pools and wash linen, and I'm gonna take cues from that place where I felt relaxed to design a relaxed space in my home. So let the feeling guide you.
That? Genius! Why didn't I think of that?
What can I do for that asthma? To fix it, I can
Hey,
take
you.
more.
Enhance yourself.
Crazy commute. Route control. Have a nice day, Alex.
Anything about him? It's not
Taking
like
the
you.
stairs. That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that could be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, or skin shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your lips.
tell you, doctor, that you personally enjoy aches and pain or impairs the infection. Don't change yourself out of the medicine, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about today's treatment.
Good. There she is.
Shop items.
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Please give now.
Hungry for a deal? Head over to watch2now.com and get half-price deals from your favorite restaurants. New deals are arriving weekly, so check out
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Do it now. Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Do it now.
We all want justice. We all want the world to be a better place, an honest place, a fair place, a good over bad place. We all want justice. But the fact is, justice is rarely given. No, it's fought for and it's won. At Brown and Crouppen, we fight for justice. At Brown and Crouppen, justice is our business. Justice. Do you want some?
Alexa, play the Scorpions Winds of Change.
Here's Wind of Change by Scorpions on Amazon Music.
To Design Week here, and we love to celebrate the beauty, elegance, and pride in designing your own space. But despite our best efforts, sometimes our home improvement projects can go, ugh. So that's why we've called in our next guest. He's the host and star of George to the Rescue, where he helps renovate the homes of local heroes. Please welcome George Oliphant! My beating heart that loves love. I love you. You're such a kind, good human being.
Thank you very
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Do it now. You. Yeah, you. Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Do it now.
And you, the way you do things and what you do, you are the perfect person to help with this design do-over. So Laura is a nurse and a mom from Bohemian, New York. She wrote into us for a little help with DIY. Take a look at this.
Hi, my name is Laura Janet Begay. I'm 40 years old, and I live here in Bohemian, New York. I've been married to my husband for about 13 years, and we have 2 kids together. We moved into our home about 5 or 6 years ago, and like any other homeowner, you have great dreams and aspirations of all the work you get done, right? So we started off with the bathroom. Probably not the best idea. One of the tried to settle it ourselves. Say I am a nurse. In my room at all. It's just such an eyesore. True, can you please help me with this do-over?
I am so excited and honored that you asked me, and I would do exactly what I'm doing now, which is hand the mic over to George, and you could teach us how to do this.
That may not be in her wheelhouse, but it's definitely in my wheelhouse, and I'm happy to show you and the audience at home so that everyone can make the holes they put in their homes.
Okay, I have a hole in my new house that there was, I guess, supposed to be a door stopper, and I pushed the door and the knob went boom. So I'm looking at it like, what do I do?
All right, well, hey, this is the perfect fix right here. One of the things people do, a lot of times people put a patch over it. What you want to do is what we have here is a backer plate, and that actually, you've already put it in both here, but what it is just this plate right here. You slide it and you roll it up like this, so it rolls. You pull off the adhesive right here, and then you slide it in, and then this little part you have to put up that hot against the inside wall. So now, right now, so you're good. Now it's already there, so you guys are good to go.
Sort of like a taco.
Yeah, you put this right
Put
there.
it inside, let it expand, and then pull it at the top to make it.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Like the double-sided tape, so it's really strong adhesive, so it's gonna stick to the inside of your wall. And that way, when you're putting the compound on there, it doesn't just all fall into the cavity of the wall between the studs.
I love that. This is making a lot of sense, right? Like my mind would never
Call
be.
this guy.
Now you'd be filling the whole cavity, right?
You see the cavity, and the wall.
Watching him out, don't make me out there. Loosen it down. Oh, yeah.
Once you get fold the taco with the double-sided tape and you secure it in place, aka the backer, now what?
Now you put this
You look
folder
good.
right back in the folder.
Okay.
And now it's time to fill the hole. Oh, fun.
Yeah, storage
You're gonna seal the hole, you can do something like this, which is nice because it's got the compound in it, you have your little knife, and you have your sandpaper at the end. But since this is a bigger hole,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
fill the hole at first. You want to start from the middle and you work your
Don't
way
get
out.
out of the bed. Don't look at both.
Or
You know what's
cream
that?
cheese or something, right?
Man, you know it.
All right, yeah. So try to work your way to the edge of the, yeah, okay, all right, nice, yeah, good.
We're going inside.
Great.
Thank you.
We're going
This
in.
is very satisfying. I like this.
Yes. And this, yeah, work it out to
We're
each
on the
edge.
tummy, yeah.
As you probably know, not too much, but yes, perfect. True, you were.
You're
You
a
can jump to
shooter.
your rest at any time.
I'm here. I know what shooter. I know what's up.
Well, thanks a lot,
No,
George.
no, you're good.
Do it now!
All right, so yeah, good.
I feel like my hole is a lot bigger than
Well, you got to do
Drew's.
one.
Great. Now, yes, and you work together. Like I said, you want to work from the middle of the hole out towards
You
the
said
edges.
you want to do one.
You were
Do
missing
it now.
And now,
It's your altar.
a couple spots. But
It's
I was gonna say.
your job as long as you want it, Drew. Do it now.
Okay, good. Now we let it dry.
Do it your job as long as you want it. As soon as you act like a dog, there's somebody else.
That's good, George. Can I?
That's pretty good. Yeah, no, that's
Good for you, Mr.
yes.
You
No, now
must
it's good.
stop.
Now it's good.
Do I stop?
You stop now.
Okay, stop.
And don't worry about the little.
We said he was so silly as a millionaire.
And then you can
He is
just
so
like,
silly.
okay, hold on, actually, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break.
He is
And
so
then that's
silly
your
as a
TV
millionaire.
and it will dry, and then we will show you how to finish our off when we come right back.
Okay. I want to make it.
It's Design Week. Yes, and I love design. Next, Drew, a dining room revamp for under $30. Your grand total is $29.50. But Pam and Tommy tailored shilling. And Drew's new Design Edition. Flowered wallpaper.
It's flying off the shelf. They're putting the pedal to the metal.
On the next Drew Barrymore show.
Bending down to the ground to put on your shoes is kind of a pain. Until now, introducing new Skechers Slip-ins. Hands-free technology for your footwear. Just step in and off you go. Putting your shoes on has never been easier. Plus, they're even machine washable. Go hands-free with your footwear with new Skechers Slip-ins.
It's Caesar's Slugs, Your Excellency.
Join this month's festival with extra gifts, new games, and exciting features that will let you play the Caesars way. Download your Caesars slots for free.
Good news, bad news. Bad news, only 90% of plastic is actually recycled no matter how much you put in the bin. Good news, Grow Collaborative is making plastic waste a thing of the past. I love good news!
You support them, and they support you. With new lifting immune support and pineapple mango flavor. It has vitamin C and zinc to help your immune system stay strong, so you can rock on. Listen, stop chugging, start sipping.
When I step into the box, I have to be ready for anything. Filthy curveball, wipeout slider, or a fastball right down Main Street. I'm Dylan Carlson, and out here, you can't afford to be caught looking. That's why when it came to protecting myself from out-of-warranty car repairs, I called the All-Star team at Car Show. They knock expensive car repairs out of the park and help you save money like I save runs. Car Shield administrators help pay for expensive repairs on your vehicle's major parts and systems like your engine, transmission, electronics, and so much more. Call CarShield for all-star treatment.
Like 24/7 roadside assistance for dead batteries, flat tires, lockouts, and courtesy towing at no additional cost.
Get a home run against expensive car repairs and call CarShield before a breakdown to see how much you could be saving.
Don't strike out against expensive car repairs. Call CarShield now for all-star savings and your free quote. Call 800-845-4754. 800-845-4754. 800-845-4754.
We are here with George Oliphant from George to the Rescue, helping us with a special design drew over on spackling, and he's teaching us how to empower ourselves and take business into our own hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can do it.
They don't want to hold them down trying to get their money.
Before the break, we backed,
Okay, you don't want to slow
we
down.
spackled,
Yeah.
we scraped, we let it dry. Now what do we do?
Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you're
They
gonna
want source
stand
control.
where
source
your repair is, stand
Yeah.
all down.
It's
This is
your
gonna
job
dry,
as
it
long as
stands
you
up
want
really
it.
nicely, get nice and smooth.
And as soon as you're let go,
And then after you
somebody
stand
else.
it, you're going to, you're gonna prime it. Bravo, beautiful. Like a pro.
it makes you happy.
Then
You're
you
not
prime it.
happy.
Okay.
So it's already actually, so these I think have already been primed, this is definitely been primed, this one is not, but that's all
It's
right.
not heavy,
The
though.
importance of priming, that is a very important step. A lot of times people will skip the priming step, do not do that, because if you ever notice you're sitting in a room and you look at a wall, and even though it's all the same color, you can see that there was once a patch
She goes
there.
straight down
That's
her.
because somebody didn't prime it, that's called flashing. And so if you
Yeah,
prime
right.
it, that way the paint will all adhere equally to your repair.
She gets
and
done
I
with her.
haven't been primed.
Yes, that's all right.
No, that looks like there's a prime on there, there's a prime
She
on
get
there.
it done, leave her
I
alone.
do
Primer, primer.
You have
She's on
primed.
top. Yeah.
Do you guys, anybody here ever
She's
paint
on
without
top.
priming? I'm so guilty of it, because I'm like, painted white, what? And then paint, it's double the
Well,
work.
there's a lot of options out there.
They
Some
don't bring their
compounds
parts
come
to
with
life
primer in
to a
it, okay, so
business
paints come
setting.
with primer in it, but it's always a good
I want
idea
one
to prime it.
time.
And then,
Then
yes,
they
you just
get
roll
it
it out.
done.
Now, there's times where you can
And
use
I
a
don't
brush,
care
and
what
there's
you
times where you want to use a roller. When you're on a wall,
I
you
did
want to
the
use a
visual
roller. It's going to
thing.
give you a much
She's got
more
support
even
service.
finished product.
I
That
just
way
want
you
to
don't
go
get
in
like
there.
brush marks or
with
anything.
that.
Brushes are great, obviously, if
got
you're working in
support
corners, or if you're working on trim, or
She's got
bookshelves or something like that. But for this wall, yeah. And then just roll it.
Wait, this is exactly what I look like too.
I pay him.
And I am so inspired. Oh no, my second coach.
That's all right, that's all right. You're good, you're good. Don't press too hard.
They're paid
Let
for-
the tool do the work. That's another problem. Sometimes when
They don't
people
want
use
me on
rollers,
camera
they
with
push
that
real hard.
bad.
Let the roller just
That's
roll.
right.
And you'll be good to go. That way you don't get roller marks, you don't get brush marks.
What do you do to get paint on your blazer? Oh,
They
no.
don't want to be the little people either. No, they
Oh,
don't want to be
we're
the
so
little
excited
people.
to
They
get this
don't
out.
want
Yeah, don't touch it. Okay.
They don't want to be on the air or like
Well,
on camera.
gosh, George, everything I do is like way too much, and I did.
No, they're paid.
They're fantastic.
All right, is it okay? I will say we learned so much today.
I can't even see the repair. You fix it, it's on. You get the guy. You get it on.
Thank the audience. Come.
George, can you please come back?
I was honored to. Thank you.
There's so much we have to learn from you.
There's a lot to fix in people's houses. I'm happy to help at any time.
There's a lot to fix in life.
There's a lot to fix in life.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, George Oliphant, so much. And the new season will premiere on March 26th on NBC. You guys, thank you so much for coming here. I almost just fell into a wall on that day. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us. We make this show for you, so take it with you. Thank you so much.
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Please do it.
Schultz Myers wins 99% of our clients' car accident cases. Hire the law firm with a 99% win rate. Call
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Do it now.
Schultz and Myers. Garden Place Senior Living Communities offer independent living, assisted living, and memory care services and amenities that enhance our beautiful home-like environment while encouraging the social interaction of community living. It's a lifetime promise program for independent and assisted living. You will receive no rent increase for the lifetime of your stay. For rural community living, visit Garden Place. Locations in Columbia, Hillsdale, Waterloo, and Red Bud.
Yes, the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. So now,
You
feel much better.
Learn more at gdliving.com. The best time to plant a tree is today. Don't just stand there. Plant something. From Shirley Shores.
Serious injury.
Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior. He says, give
Call
to
Hoffman Thompson.
do it now.
This pepperoni
Jesus
was carefully placed by
will
hand by
crash
a pizza
and
maker
bake.
at Papa John's. Just like this one. And that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the crust. Get yourself the new epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza. Only at Papa John's.
It's no accident Schultz Myers wins 99% of our car crash cases. Make the odds work in your favor. After an accident,
All it says is in God's story. That's all it says. Don't worry about it.
Out of our family, he's the only angry one.
My sister, she's
God's
a violent person. Crazy on her. Judge Judy. Midday at 4 on Fox 2. People you know, experience you can trust. St. Louis's news.
Well, we don't argue about it.
Fox 2 News at
We don't
10.
argue.
Coverage you can count on.
Did you leave your one-year-old unattended?
God's
Very
story.
short amounts of time. I don't believe that for a second. You should be reported. You
Jesus
don't leave a
Christ.
one-year-old
God.
unattended. Century.
Father,
It rings true to me.
Hot bench. Judge Tanya Acker. Judge Patricia Domingo. Judge Michael Cordero.
Supposed to do what Jesus did.
3 opinions, 1 verdict.
Not necessarily the second.
Hot bench.
So Jesus second before, he broke bread and
Thank you, Officer Montejano.
So,
So, Ms.
being a
Ricard,
hypocrite,
you saw
you
an
don't
ad
need to say.
Mr. Sosa posted on Craigslist. He was renting a room for $800 a month. You checked the room out, you moved in with your 1-year-old daughter,
Yeah,
2-year-old at the time.
correct.
You described the lease agreement as a 4-month agreement that the defendant said he would renew if it worked out. However, almost immediately upon moving in, you noticed there were problems. You alleged that he threatened to report you to Child Protective Services. That's right, for child neglect.
do what you
In
said.
your complaint, you tell us that on the night before Thanksgiving, you had an overnight guest. The next morning, the defendant confronted you about this because this violated the house rules. You told him that you could
United Healthcare. Access to quality healthcare may be closer than you think.
Today I'm in Worcestershire, and this is Avencroft Museum of Historic Buildings. Since the 1960s, they've been on a
College student, passionate in sports, tech business, but now Tyler.
Okay, what happened? Did you get the bank loan? No, I did not get the bank loan. Even with Addie as your co-signer, the male chauvinist who gives the loan said we didn't qualify.
Yeah, I'm too black, she's too blind, and we're both women.
Okay, don't be so stubborn. Just ask Daddy for the $800. Julie, Dad's done enough. He gave me the money to open the boutique, and it wouldn't be right to ask him for any more.
Trials for narcotics.
Don't make me emotional. It's coming to the end and I'm already emotional, so stop it. Thank you very much. Back at you. Have a seat. Thank you. Woo. All right. You guys. Now I'm emotional, see? All right, there were jokes coming in. Now I give you the jokes. We're playing a segment and we're playing a game It's not a game really, but I'm just gonna cut right to it. It's called What Happens Next. That's what I call it, right? That's what it's called. We're gonna play what happens next. Come here, Twitch. All right, Twitch and I are gonna watch the video. We're gonna pause it. We're gonna try to guess what happens next. It's right there in the title. And also you can play along, which you probably will anyway. So, and this is the part where, right, Mary, remind me. It's, you don't give us hints. We just see the video afterwards.
You see the video, you're giving choices, you pick a choice.
Right. Okay.
So a video will happen, you have three choices, you guess a choice.
Right.
See the.
We get 3 guesses, that's it?
You get 3 choices, you have.
Oh, 3 choices. Oh, yeah. That one, yeah. All right. You'd think that I would remember it. But these people make me most, I love you guys so much. You know, sometimes when you're having a bad day and you forget that there are people that love you, that's what you just did for me. So do that for people in your lives, because sometimes you never know when somebody needs it. So make sure you always tell somebody and show them how you feel. 'Cause you can do that. All right. Here's the first one. What happens next?
Supposed to pray where?
Well, it's a play. Okay. That didn't really give us. Okay, what happens next? A, the chair breaks under her.
Is that what you're doing?
B, Peter Pan makes a memorable entrance. C, a child in the audience runs on stage. Someone says B?
I think it's B too. I really do.
Because the window's open and you think they're gonna fly into something?
And I don't see that going on.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna say, I agree with you, we're gonna say B.
If I make you quiet in the middle, you can mute us. I confess to Almighty God, and to you, my brothers and sisters, that I have sinned through my own fault, in my thoughts and in my words, what I've done and what I've failed to do. And I ask the Blessed Mary, ever Virgin, all the angels and saints, and you, my brothers and sisters, to pray for me to the Lord.
What I just texted you just now. Almost. All right, here's the next one. They're trying to flip a grilled cheese sandwich. Is that what they're trying to do? You think with a knife, with a butter knife? All right, what happens next? A, a dog intercepts the sandwich. B, he drops the sandwich. C, a burner ignites and lights the sandwich on fire. A lot of people are saying C. I think it's just because it's harder to say A. Well, I think that the burner ignites. No, I'm going A. You're gonna say C?
I'm gonna say C.
Yeah, I thought you would. I thought we should have options. Because nobody thinks they just drop the sandwich. That's not. And if it's that, we should.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I know.
Well, that was more than a drop. We were all duped. Drop sounded like he was just gonna drop it. We didn't know it was gonna go between the, you know, that's for the next family who moves into that house. They're gonna find out. Dave, there's it's a grilled cheese sandwich back here. Okay, let's see the next one.
I could, wait, go get. I just did. Go.
All right, what happens next? A,
That would be reasonable.
he falls through the deck. B, a bear scares him.
see his pants fall down and he trips. Well, his pants do look very loose.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
The snake ever float top?
Yeah. The drawstring on that pants is not trustworthy.
B? C?
What's Solomon?
A? How do you do the B? How y'all doing the B?
The woman says, Solomon on baby legs.
I think he's gonna lose his pants.
I think he's gonna lose his pants too. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna fall through the deck. I think he's gonna lose it. See.
So you're gonna get Maury Povich. Maury Povich. Maury Povich is fired. Maury Povich.
Why was he jumping so aggressively on that jump?
I don't know.
Have to jump that hard.
Did you see him jump up in his hand?
I did not.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Again, we're fooled. Again, there's no mention of a jump rope. He jump ropes and falls through. All right. Again, I feel duped. All right, here's the next one. Okay. I think I know. Let's just leave it 3 just in case. We already know what's gonna happen. All right, telescope reveals a baby sloth. Telescope reveals a tortoise eating a taco. A monkey dropped from above and knocks the telescope down.
What about you?
Okay, I think it, I'm gonna say it reveals a tortoise eating a taco, just because I want to see that. What do you want to see?
I want to see C, actually.
All right, well, this woman over here will be happy, because, let's see.
That's cute. That's cute.
You gotta send that to Kristen Bell.
That's cute,
Sloths. Oh, that's cute. Wow. As if a sloth couldn't get sleepier. Anyway, that's how you play it. What happens? And now you'll never guess what happens next. Twitch is gonna dance.
Alexa, play Down in the Hole by the Rolling Stones.
All by myself and they caught
Down in
it.
the
I
Hole
cannot
Master
believe
by
that.
Rolling Stones on
We
Apple
had
Music.
more than 400,000 nights booked in Ukraine.
Bid to the International Fellowship of Christian Youths.
Keep you from sickness, or keep you from cold. Spare me money, keep you from madness, keep you from sadness when you're down in the hole. Just give me down in the gutter. Give it money from secret. In the American soul, down the hole, no escape from trouble, nowhere to go, down in the gutter, begging for a cigarette.
You know, you can just say mom.
You should try it. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time. Your hair got so long. Yeah, all the vitamins. Yeah. Well, you look fantastic. Thank you. How are you? I'm good. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little while. Except that I've seen pictures of you. I saw you when you went to Paris to the fashion shows.
I went to Paris.
Yeah. How many shows did you go to?
I only went to 2.
What did you go to?
I went to Off-White,
Yeah.
the celebration for Virgil, and I went to Loewe.
Yeah, and you look fantastic, and I want to talk about everybody there. I mean, I can't even imagine. You have to dress in couture, right?
It's customary to wear clothing.
Alexa, turn the volume up loud.
And so this was a Loewe look, very denim on denim with a little
Alexa,
more denim and a little bit
Fire control on the Rolling Stone.
The shoe is that
Music
like
control by the
galosh
Rolling
that you
Stones
put over the
on
shoe?
Amazon Music.
And then it's basically like a foot warmer of denim that is attached to the black heel. So there was like a little pump, and then like a folded over denim leg warmer of sorts. I liked it. I felt it was very flattering on the leg. You want to elongate the leg? Sure. It felt like an elongated leg. Look at that.
Alexa.
That's like Naomi Campbell's leg.
Yeah, now, but
Where I
things like
control
that,
my
I'm always
Rolling
curious,
Stone.
because you see things like that on the runway, and
Under
then
control by the Rolling
translate
Stones
to real life.
on
and who
Amazon
will
Music.
wear that in real life? Like,
Obviously me.
you would,
Yeah.
in,
I actually would.
in real life.
And all, like this isn't really real life.
This is kind of real life.
It's like a version of it.
Yeah, there's a thin layer of not real life in front of us.
But we're realish.
Yes. You did, yeah. I'm not laughing, but I got it.
I would wear this to the market maybe. I would, again, your look today is such a trendy look, like it's like in real life. I'd be like, I would like to look like that one today.
Well, I had to compete with you because you always are so fashionable, and I didn't know what you were gonna wear, and I thought, this is simple, it's sophisticated, but like if I went to a fashion show wearing this,
They would like
they would boo me.
I think they would like it. Especially, I bet they would like it.
Okay, I would applaud you there for that. When I see fashion shows sitting in the front row, and there are cuckoo outfits of people wearing like taters in their head, and ridiculous outfits, plastic, you know the one I'm talking about, there was a crazy one, and people were just looking at it like there's nothing to check about it.
No, I can get chuckles.
Yeah.
Sometimes I laugh at them.
Yes. You allow it privately. Oh, okay.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was surprised. And the worst thing is when you laugh at yourself, you're like, you wear the clothes, not the clothes wear you.
Yes, yeah, I actually, yes, exactly. But you are fashion. There's Canada. Oh, yeah. Yes, Canada cover. You look fantastic. That's how tall she is. She had to squat to be able to get in. She's too tall that she can't help her now. Model Look at that. Let's talk about I have injuries because 20 minutes and I've been labor in my hip. And I changed my name all by myself in the comments. I cannot believe that. And you look so calm doing it. That is really hard to do. It's insanity. Because your face should be going like that. Yeah. But it's not. No. Yeah. I still can't believe that. I want to kind of see now when you can't do it now. And honestly, I have to listen to them. I don't want to do that. We have to take a break. And I feel like yeah, no, I know the different segments that I have to the same way. I have a conversation with 5 minutes and I say, we have to break. And then we'll be back. I cannot wait more than 5. We'll be back.
In a world where temptation lurked around every corner, Elite Baby Bell Cheese helped us realize another snack was possible. Goodness. For children struggling every day with ADHD,
Alexa,
help turn the tables with Calvary,
play,
a non-stimulant prescription medication for children with severity of ADHD for challenging ADHD symptoms.
Alexa, play Slave by Rolling Stones.
Here's Gonna Be Your Slave by Måneskin on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, play Slave by the Rolling Stones. Alexa, play Slave by the Rolling Stones.
Slave by the Rolling Stones on Amazon Music.
Wow. Hey, why don't you go down to the bar and get some of these stills off the shelf? That kind of stuff here, I got one to say.
should have put it on there. Hey, Alexa, play Hang Fire by Rolling Stones.
Here's Hang Fire Remastered by the Rolling Stones on Amazon Music.
Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. The time is now, the need is great, the situation is dire. So please give generously now.
You fly fish or are they gators? Gators. Water? I think they're waders. You're wading in water. Waders. That's what I said. Yeah. So she wins twice. All right. Which?
Name 3 things you do to embarrass Andy.
I talk to him, I repeat what he says, I laugh at him. I'm relaxing.
Name 3 things your mother did that embarrassed you growing up.
Picked my nose for me, wiped stuff off my face with a licky finger. I'm not good at this game. Wait, you're telling me that Diana Ross picked your nose? Yeah, like a mummy.
Your wireless device is at home, so you can do more of what you.
Hi, Carlo, hide this way.
Look, John, drag it up. Get the ambulance.
The funny upon entering the house is, well, I'm not so.
Time is now. The situation is dire. The need is great. Please give to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Do it now.
Trying to figure out what your design theme is here.
Brick.
You painted this brick like a brick.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that. When we moved in, the whole house was eggshell white.
And this was eggshell white as
There's
well.
a black strip going over the
But do you think it looks good?
It looks better than what it did.
Do you think it looks good? That's the question.
We kind of did.
Really? Wow. More clutter. When I walk in the
No medical exam is needed.
Why is the pocket guy now?
I've been talking to him. You were the
Or disagrees. He's pled not guilty.
For the record, though, where were you last night?
Situation is dire.
Who's here?
The need is great.
Who's Mike?
Please give now to the International
Just stop by to
Fellowship
check in on
of
me.
Christians and
We
Jews.
talked about my
Do
research
it
thing,
now.
and then he left. I don't know. Sure. But after that. No.
1,000 even.
Talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent. Defendant Kay Tuggle sold a trailer to.
Please give now to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. The need is great. The situation is dire. Please help the poor. Do it now.
It's written to Patrick. Is your name Patrick?
No.
Is your son's name Patrick?
Yes.
Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed. You didn't write the check to her, to Patrick's. Patrick, have a good day.
You said that we could have a air conditioner that's in the washer jar.
They put us in touch with our agent.
Right now, you're looking for your life.
Point of discovery.
I did recruit.
You're right in Walmart.
There's a cat there somewhere?
3.
3 cats.
Everybody, I'll whip up something in the kitchen. There's no problem.
I had my rent paid, everything was fine. I don't use Venmo very often, so I didn't even notice anything going on with it. And it wasn't until 6 months later when the collections agency contacted me and said something's going on, that it was brought to my
Something
attention.
is definitely going on.
Hot bench continues in a moment.
Oh, my boyfriend covered it for me, and I went to Reno, and we dealt with that later. And this got us out of my business because we were good friends until before.
The two of you are just so full of it. I got hurt in a car wreck and I need a lawyer. How much does it cost to hire
We've been sharing them up.
She protected our virtue. Nobody got by, killer.
Miss Day, your show was absolutely the most spectacular, the most wonderful.
Oh dear, I know.
Stop over.
Ashton, we love to hear, but just hold that thought, because we're off to see the mystery house now.
Alexa, please play.
What do you want me to play?
Play Just Get Close to You by the Commodores.
Here's Just to Be Close to You by the Commodores on Amazon Music.
Your mom
memories of our past are safe from dereliction and demolition. That's where the Avencroft Museum near Bromsgrove steps in. Covering 700 years of local architecture, it's now home to 30 different buildings.
Just to be close to you, girl. Just for a moment, well, just for an hour. Just to be close to you, girl. You know, I've been through so many changes in my life, girl. Oh, I've been up real high where I thought I didn't need it. And then again, I've been down real low, but there was no one in my life that needed me. All around it, material things I thought had so much value. Oh, girl, didn't really have any value at all. Then I was a lonely man. A man with no direction, with no purpose, with no one to love and no one to love me for me. Oh, girl, then you came into my life. You made my jagged edges smooth. You made my direction so clear. Oh, woman, you became my purpose, my reason for living, girl. You see, you're my heart, you're my soul, you're my soul inspiration. That's why I'm standing here.
Just before, if anybody has not seen it yet on Netflix, it is so good. I saw it a while ago. They gave it to me in advance before it came out, and I was just, it is, I felt like I was watching a documentary. It was so well acted, it was so real and so raw, and you're amazing in it, and you're getting nominations for SAG Award, Golden Globe, Critics' Choice. Congratulations on it. And I did not know that Andy McDowell was your mom. It was actually like your mom in the show, and then I found out that your mom is your wife. How weird. It's so cool. Yeah, I can't believe I got to work with her. I feel so lucky. It was amazing. Explain what it's about. I don't know. You tell me. What it's about, yes. So it's about, based on Stephanie Land's memoir, and it follows a young woman who's getting out mostly abusive relationship and, fighting against poverty and trying to escape her situation, and she turns to clean homes in order to make ends meet and provide for her child. In the story, it's to show her child Maddie, and she's her number one priority, and it's about it. I didn't know it was based on someone's memoir. I had no idea. Yeah. Wow, what a crazy story that thing. And that's true. Right, because it's heartbreaking that the to happen to this woman who's trying to better her life, and you're like, can she help it? Yes. That plays her daughter. Whoever plays her daughter is brilliant. What an actress. I mean, how did you have that bond with her? She seemed like she was your little girl.
I just like, I met her and I just stared at her all the time so that way she hopefully would like me and feel safe and all that kind of stuff. We hang out together, we hang out weekends all the time, and I just carry her around one side. I have cancer.
It made me wonder if I were. And whatever you did to have that bond was really impressive, because, like I said, the documentary was so well done. And then I found out also, I did some research on you because I knew you were on today. You were a dancer before you were an actress, and there's some photos of you upside down in the air. Oh, now there's concrete under your head right there.
How long, what kind of dancer were you? That kind. No, I did always dancing. I used to dance from when I was little. And that's where I learned how to do that kind of thing. I remember I used to do things doing it free in North Carolina, and my job was usually just to do the flips in the back. So I would do that. That's not so graceful. Well, I don't already know what to dance for because, that's not the kind of dance I have. Wow, but that's really impressive. So your mom and dad you were filming there. I did a movie in Panama, and it couldn't even be there. It was so exciting for me. And my dad was living there. I left home at 14 and he moved to Panama. And I went off with a or whatever. Anyway, and it was my mission to kind of go there, do a movie, and then bring him home. And I did. And so now he's here in Los Angeles. And yeah. And I felt like, my shirt. I didn't know you had a shirt. I would wear your shirt. Where do you get a shirt of yours? My boyfriend said that to my dad. It's kind of a bit, but sometimes he'd have like a 4 a.m. call, that kind of thing, and he would knock on his hotel room door right back, and he'd go, all right, let's go. And, sitting there by Claire to me, and it was a real special, magical experience.
That's great. And so you convinced him to move back to LA?
I did. Well, not Los Angeles. I live in New York, and my brother's out in Montana. And he's gonna, go help my brother. I think build a house in Montana.
Because he builds houses like by himself.
He does. He builds houses by himself. Takes a while.
And are they well made?
They are. They're really strong. He's always preparing for the end of the world. So they're really strong houses. Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you're fantastic. It's so nice to meet you.
I'm really just so happy to be here. I'm such a huge fan of yours.
Oh, thank you very much. And I'm a huge fan of yours as well. If you haven't seen Made, it's available on Netflix right now. We'll be back.
We had more than 400,000 nights booked. Ukraine, $15 million went directly to people in Ukraine.
That's great.
Doing great. I'm here to save you.
I'm good.
Cool.
I think we should see other people.
You know what? If you could just lay your hair down just a little bit down. No.
You're so far away.
Home with Dunkin' is where you want to be.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin if you can help heal your skin from within?
Hide my skin? Nah.
Dupixent helps keep you one step ahead of eczema with clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Are you tired of washing dishes? Well, flip the way you... Please. It's an upside-down bottle. No cap. You just grab and squeeze. Dawn Platinum's more powerful formula breaks down and removes grease 4 times faster. Good. Nice. No flip. No mess. Platinum is also a go-to grease cleaner for your sink, your countertops, and to pre-treat stains on laundry. Fast. Easy. Dawn Platinum Easy Squeeze. Flip the way you clean dishes.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
New
you.
I can wear a little black dress.
Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-331-2686. or go to solobello.com.
He's been here since December.
You left him that mug of duckling with his cookies that night.
I'm gonna say something.
You should.
I'll do refill time. Santa's not leaving.
The home with Duncan is where you want to be.
Our next guest is one of the founders of Airbnb, and since the invasion of Ukraine happened, Airbnb is committed to providing housing for more than 100,000 refugees. Please welcome Brian Chesky. I should say that this is going to air April 11th, and today is actually March 14th. So some of what we're talking about may be completely different on April 11th. But first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You started Airbnb in 2008. Foolishly, I was offered the ground floor participating in that, and I thought, ridiculous idea, no. I just imagined the hidden cameras where you're watching people and all kinds of, I was like, that's not going to work. I'm an idiot. Anyway, so you started Airbnb, and how did that happen for you?
Yeah, so it was late 2007. I'm living in San Francisco with my co-founder, Joe, now co-founder, and we're like regular guys in San Francisco. I had a rent check due, and I couldn't afford to pay rent. I think the rent check was $1,150. I had $1,000 in the bank, so we don't know how to pay rent. It turns out that weekend I was in San Francisco, an international design conference was coming to San Francisco, and all the hotels in San Francisco were sold out. And that's when Joe and I had an idea. We said, well, what if we just turned our house into like a bed and breakfast for this conference? We need beds, but Joe had 3 air beds. We pulled the air beds out of the closet, we inflated them, and we called it airbedandbreakfast.com. So that's where the name came from. And I remember telling people this idea, and they said, this idea will never work. Strangers will never stay with other strangers. Right. My mom said, you were unemployed, this is terrible. I said, no, Mom, I'm an entrepreneur, like this is a real idea. And it took a while to get going.
Yeah, well, and it got going.
Yeah,
and it's a great idea. Yeah. And you've been able to help so many people, like during Hurricane Sandy, you helped people that lost their homes. And now you were really one of the first companies to pull out of Russia when this war happened. So good for you, first of all, for doing that. Now, I saw this on social media because to all the causes that I possibly made to help. I think everybody's trying to figure out how can we help these poor people. And then I saw on social media that you can get Airbnbs in Poland or different places and say, I'm not going to use it, but here's tons of rooms. So Portia and I have done that, and what a brilliant thing that you're doing. So explain how people can do that.
So when this crisis broke out, the first instinct I think we had, and many people said, is how can you help? I always wanted to believe that we were the kind of company that if we were around during like World War II, and there's some international conflict, we would have helped. And so the first thing that happened is within 4 days of Ukraine being invaded, we announced that we were going to provide housing for 100,000 refugees, and more than 20,000 people in Poland and Hungary and Germany and countries all over Europe open their homes to provide housing for refugees for free or a discount. But then you're right, something even more remarkable happened. People started booking homes for hosts in Ukraine, homes they never intended to stay at, just to provide relief aid. And this is something that I thought was unbelievable. Within a couple weeks, we had more than 400,000 nights booked in Ukraine. $15 million went directly to people in Ukraine. And the messages that Ukrainian hosts would send back were like, I'm in a bunker, I'm crying, thank you so much for supporting people. And I think there's a lesson here. The lesson is, in a world of darkness, in a world of destruction, kindness still exists in this world. And all you need... In a country where you have free internet access, where people are free, they no longer just have a voice. They can now take action. And that action, you can open your home, you can send relief aid, and I think it's a reminder to people in Ukraine and all the world that we're not alone, because people in 154 countries have helped out people in Ukraine, and that's been pretty amazing.
Cats really know how to do less. Be more like your cat. Try Outstretch by Fresh Step. Listen.
You have some kind of relationship with the
That long.
so whatever they say, that might make it work.
Cookies and rice. That's like being for desserts. Wait, do we have to thank our moms twice?
I don't know. Breyers, 100% grade A milk and cream, and loaded with delicious cookie pieces. Better starts with Breyers. When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped physically repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to physically repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
This week at Macy's, get set for back to school with top sneakers from Finish Line and deals on Levi's. Plus, get it faster with curbside pickup or pickup in store at Macy's.
Odor is unavoidable. Eliminating it is easy with OxyClean Odor Blasters. Work your magic.
At Today in St. Louis, we focus on what matters most in the morning.
Loco! More loco.
Local coverage and the latest news that affects you. Local weather with our just right forecast. And local traffic that's right on time. From your family to your pocketbook to your health. At Today in St. Louis, your morning is our focus, because no story matters more than the one that affects you. Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
In a world where temptation lurked around every corner, a league of Baby Bell cheese helped us realize another snack was possible. Baby Bell, join the goodness.
Diamonds, the jewelry exchange has thousands, all at the guaranteed lowest price. 1 carat white SI quality GIA diamonds are just $29.90. Plus killer prices on designer mounts set while you watch. By factory directed save, the jewelry exchange Overland.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey, owned every mile at the Hyundai Getaway sales event. With new cars arriving daily, now's the time to get in and get away. Now get 2.99% APR financing on our most popular sedans and SUVs. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Fight on your side. Focus on you.
We're back with Ryan Chesky from Airbnb, the founder of Airbnb. What a brilliant idea, and I knew it all along. So you have an announcement to make today, and but first of all, I have to say, if we can help this way, it's an immediate way to help. So hopefully people they're watching whatever's going on now as we're airing. But tell them.
Yeah. So the announcement is that obviously people are opening their homes to refugees, and some people are opening for free, but sometimes people are opening for a discount. So any donation that goes to Airbnb.org is going to help fund the housing of thousands of refugees. And so today we're announcing that any donation made on Airbnb.org up to $10 million, my co-founders Joe, Nate, and his wife Elizabeth, and I will be matched to $10 million for any donation on Airbnb.org. So thank you for helping.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing that. To find out more about Airbnb.org or donate, log on to our website. I want to thank Tracy Ellis Ross, Margaret Polly. I want to thank all of you for watching, and thank you so much for being a part of my final season. I feel love in this room. I give it back to you. Take it and spread this around in the world. And we need this love right now and help the people of Ukraine. Thank you so much.
Anyway.
And that area's
tries to push in, but a shower may hold together up to the north, say around Pike County, Missouri. So this is Sky Tracker Doppler radar right now. In a little bit, you see all the clouds we've had streaming off of the northwest flow, but this is going to fizzle out. You can already see the beginnings of it kind of weakening, but it may hold together enough to bring Bowling Green a little light showers tomorrow. We're going to deal with the bulk of our rain in St. Louis. In the meantime, temperatures are depressed because of the clouds, so that keeps it below normal. 80 in St. Louis, 78 in Afton right now. There's Nashville at 79 degrees. So your evening, partly to mostly cloudy, mild and below normal in the 70s. Actually have even cooler weather because of the threat for some heavier rain tomorrow. I'm going to walk you through hour by hour in that. Plus, I want to show you where we can see some spots with over an inch of rain for tomorrow coming up.
All right, Steve, thank you. It is exactly 1 week from today until the first day of classes for St. Louis Public Schools. And just in the last 90 minutes, the district announced big changes that will impact thousands of students. As News 4's just found out, there just are not enough drivers. Jenna joins us live.
Paige, I'm standing at the bus headquarters here at Missouri Central. You can see next to me dozens of buses lined up, ready to go. Many of them put into service next Monday at the start of school. District leaders tell me that this bus driver shortage has gone from a challenge to now a crisis. It's a challenge district leaders are trying to work through for more than a year now. Bus drivers at SLPS earning salary $25 an hour, a change made to entice more people to apply. But progress is still lagging, as 8 schools will not have bus service starting on Monday. Those schools are Malincrop, CSMB, Betty Wheeler, CVPA, Roosevelt, Gateway, Vashon, and Sumner.
Some communication to this, but very specifically, those schools, the 8 schools are receiving very specific letter to them today, as well as a phone call, and we'll be working over the next 4 or 5 days of school to make sure that we answer all of the questions that families might have.
Now, aside from communicating with those families about this quick change, SLPS district leaders tell us they're also willing to help and work with families during this unprecedented situation. We'll have that and how long this suspension will last coming up tonight on News 4 at 5. For now, we're live in North City. Jenna Ray, News 4.
Jenna, thank you. And as school starts back up and summer starts winding down, News 4 today confirmed changes are ahead for police patrols downtown. And this is St. Louis City Police report another weekend of low crime in the downtown west neighborhoods. Sports Gabby with new details about patrols. Gabby.
Okay, if you remember.
You can't just go on if it does happen. No school.
Hours for certain officers in the region for their evening and night patrol for their Bureau of Community Policing and Specialized Enforcement. They switched their shifts to 12 hours Sunday, enhance downtown presence during the summer months, but they're saying that that's now going to change coming up at the end of this month. Now, all officers will return back to 8-hour shifts following the weekend of August 27th and 28th. It was originally supposed to be in effect until the end of September. During today's downtown public safety meeting, Major Renee Kreisman explains that there is generally a break in summer crime as we get closer to the end of August and Labor Day weekend, suggesting less of a need for officers to work these extended 12-hour shifts. Now, she does ensure that their specialized enforcement teams will still be deployed to areas of high crime as needed.
go back to college. I mean, and it's a good time. Teachers who, they're just summer, they work really hard to keep people safe. And, we give them a little as well.
Some residents tell me that they don't necessarily think it's a good idea to make this decision to take away these 12-hour shifts on the weekends, coming up at 5. I'll explain why and what other things they need to improve safety in the downtown area. Reporting live downtown, Gabrielle Vidal, News 4.
Gabby, thank you. Help is coming for business dating by last month's floods. The Small Business Administration opened a site just today to help with low-interest disaster loans.
I'd say this is the only option that we have right now, and we're gonna move forward with it. Hopefully, we'll be able to open again with the SBA loan.
Ideal Furniture is one of the floors and businesses swamped by floodwater on July 25th. The owner of the store told us he lost $200,000 in mercy. Apply for a loan online. You can also apply in person at the SBA disaster just today inside the Urban League Northeast away. Business owners with physical damage or lost revenue because of the
We are the only source of liquidity, fortunate, depending on your perspective, to keep businesses thriving and relevant. So our economic is that.
You can't just, keep driving around.
And the interest rates for SBA loans are fixed, change even if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates. A reminder, you can always find the latest information on those resources available for flood victims right now on the KMOE News app. With midterm elections 84 days away, House Republicans anticipate they will be in control of the chamber next year. And as Deborah Alvarone reports, they are already taking steps to launch investigations into the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the Biden administration, all over the search of former Trump's Florida home.
House Republicans on the Judiciary Committee
Well, he's civilized.
the home have sent heads of the
They gotta say your lawyer mostly goes some mother.
all into the search. They accuse the Biden administration
You have here the attorney general who is President Biden's political rival, whose own personal career was derailed on the way to the Supreme Court by Donald Trump himself.
The preservation of documents is what triggered the search of Trump's home in the first place. FBI agencies 11 sets of classified documents from the former president's home, some of which were labeled top secret. But Trump lawyers certified in June that all classified material had been returned from the estate. Trump claims he declassified those materials before he took them to Florida.
The statutes, the Justice Department asserting in the search warrant, don't even require that they still be classified. If they would be damaging to national security, it's a problem. It's a major problem.
Law enforcement sources tell CBS News that the most highly sensitive materials recovered from Mar-a-Lago likely contain information that can only be viewed in secure environments, as it probably dealt with intelligence gathering secrets.
Tensions over the search has led to concerns about retaliation from domestic violent extremists. A joint FBI and Department of Homeland Security bulletin warned of a plot to place a dirty bomb in front of FBI headquarters, as well as online posts calling for civil war and armed rebellion. The bulletin cited the attack from an armed man on the FBI office in Cincinnati. Deborah Alvarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Ricky Schiffer Jr., the man authorities say tried to breach the FBI office in Cincinnati, was shot dead last week after a standoff with law enforcement officers. Today's KMOV Playground Project is really getting going. It's a community effort to build a playground for more than 300 at a Boys and Girls Club in North St. Louis. And we were out there at that site today, and as you can see, construction is underway, transforming what was once an old ball diamond into a state-of-the-art play space, all with the help of our community partners.
You want to have an outdoor spot where kids can love, they feel safe, and your parents can drop them, they can drop them off knowing that they'll return home safe, fed, nourished, all that good stuff. And so, and plus, playground creates another environment for kids to meet each other. And so, we all know childhood development is very important. And so this falls along that whole process, just continuing that child development that these kids, all kids, actually need growing up.
We will have live reports each day this week on News 4 at noon, showing you the progress on the project, and very soon we'll be able to show you the finished playground. Stay here, we still have a lot more for you in this hour-long News 4 report, including tips to send the kids back to school in style and on a budget. Plus, secrets to make those mornings go a bit smoother. You're just trying to get everybody out the door on time with backpacks and lunch bags in tow. Plus, mold, mosquitoes, and more. How to get rid of those pests at your home and in your yard. Also ahead today on News 4 at 4, we are gathering the latest information on this deadly house explosion in southeast Missouri.
Rain on the way. This is going to impact us tomorrow morning. I'll have that hour-by-hour timing for you so you can play around it and show you where the heaviest rain will fall.
Where are your shoes?
So that in there too.
What does it smell?
Hey guys, we gotta go. Where are your shoes?
Let's just have Kent do what he does best.
First alert weather, live from your school, plus news and traffic.
She's still not wearing shoes.
Get everything you need for back to school with News 4 this morning.
You love the hard floors in your home. At Stanley Steamer, we have a professional cleaning process for all the floors in your home. Brute and mops just push the dirt around, but we remove the dirt and debris from your home completely. Call and schedule today.
I was hurt bad in a motorcycle wreck. I knew I had a big-time case, and I needed a big-time lawyer, so I called Mike. Everything we do is big-time. I've got a big-time staff, we handle big-time cases, we need big-time results. Mike and his team got me a big-time, and settled my cases for $225,000. Mike's got this. You even heard a car wreck. Want a big-time law firm? Call me. I've got this.
Call 314-888-4444.
So you're gonna take care of that backed up train, right?
100% satisfaction or your money back guaranteed.
Cleanup?
Guaranteed?
Can you get my son to brush his teeth?
No. Not really.
Whatever your plumbing and drain needs, we've got a solution for that. Guaranteed.
This is just what I needed. I feel so relaxed.
G. Richie, how you feeling?
I'm feeling just fine. Now, where was I?
Find your happy place and take the fear out of going to the dentist with relaxing sedation dentistry. Call Troy Family Dental today.
What I love about St. Louis is the cheerleaders people. And they've inspired me to do different things, and it's our plan to do flooring for veterans who gave so much to our country. Every floor, our entire team is St. Louis proud.
Watson's annual parking lot sale is going on now. Thousands of floor models, overstocks, scratch indents, customer returns, and are all up to 70% off in the big tent during Watson's parking lot sale. Many items are at or below wholesale cost. In-stock outdoor furniture, indoor furniture, pools, spas, and more are all up to 70% off. Plus 12-month special financing now through Monday during Watson's annual parking lot sale going on now.
Stanley Steamer is equipped and ready to get your home cleaner and healthier. We take the dirt out of your home and leave your carpet and upholstery cleaner and smelling fresher. Schedule your seasonal deep cleaning today. This edition of News 4 is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. When it comes to your law firm, size matters. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Coming up for you all new at 5 for those still struggling with flooding debris. We're finding out where you can dump it and when. And that flooding also took a toll on first responders. Coming up at 6, the problem the flood caused for some fire departments.
This is News 4, watching out for you.
You're watching News 4 on this Monday afternoon as we give you a live look at Market Street from our BJC Skycam. You'll notice some clouds up there. We're going to check in with Steve soon to get a better idea of what to expect as far as the weather goes. An investigation is still underway at this hour after a house explosion in southeast Missouri sent several people to the hospital. Happened in Wyatt, Missouri. The map on your left shows you where Wyatt is, near the Mississippi River, just about 20 miles east of Sykeston. On your right, those are the aerials of the aftermath of the explosion. Now, here is ground level video of the damage. One person died in that blast, 9 others were hurt. Emergency crews say that includes adults and children as young as 6 months old. That explosion also caught a second house on fire. Crews at the scene say the explosion might have been caused, possibly. The state fire marshal has been called in to investigate. Dramatic cell phone video capturing a massive fireworks explosion at a busy shopping center in Armenia's capital city. As Ian Lee reports, at least 6 people are dead there, and some victims are still trapped in the rubble.
Smoke billows, but the worst is yet to come. A deadly explosion at a fireworks warehouse destroyed a shopping mall in Armenia Sunday while sending a toxic cloud through the streets. This witness says everything shattered in a second. It was like fireworks, fireworks, and more fireworks, and people couldn't escape the stores. Rescue crews are still scouring the rubble for trapped survivors. Family members wait nearby, praying their loved ones made it. The blast injured more than 60 people, and the death toll continues to climb. Investigators say they're still not sure what caused the explosion. Ian Lee, CBS News.
Authorities have ruled out terrorism. Now they're looking into breaches of fire safety standards at that fireworks house. The man behind the Broadway hit Hamilton is now taking legal action against a church in Texas for an unauthorized performance of the musical. The Door Church put on its own production, changing the lyrics to reflect Christian values. In the video, the sermon compared homosexuality to drug addiction. Per copyright law, churches cannot stream or distribute this changed version outside the service. Lin-Manuel Miranda took to Twitter asking his lawyers to do their work and issued a statement condemning the unauthorized production. A simple text message could help families remember to stay safe during flu season. In a new study published by the journal Pediatrics, parents who get alerts to schedule second flu shots for young children, they were more likely to have their children fully vaccinated. An estimated 1.4 million children were sick during the flu season last year, and researchers say more work still needs to be done to roll out text message reminders on a larger scale. Okay, on a hot day, nothing like an ice cream to cool you down, right? Or maybe an ice cold beer. How about both at the same time? Introducing beer-flavored ice cream. Miller High Life partnered with Tipsy Scoop to create this ice cream dive bar. It's in honor of the 100th anniversary of the ice cream bar and the quintessential dive bar, known for the smell of stale beer, great music, and good times. This ice cream bar infused with High Life along with peanut swirl. There's even a bit of tobacco smoke flavor to really bring back those dive bar memories, along with caramel swirl, a sprinkle of carbonated candy, and a dark chocolate dip. If you really want one, you have to go to tipsyscoop.com. But Steve, it's not too hot out there today.
No, gorgeous. And you may have heard us, by the way, saying first alert. Have you noticed this?
Starting a new week with a new name.
It's a new era, and here's why. It's our mission to first alert you and your family to make sure you're prepared, not scared, to high impact or dangerous weather. And one of the big ways we're going to do that is through first alert weather days. You'll hear it online, on mobile, on air. We're going to make sure that you are first alerted. And we even discussed tomorrow maybe being a first alert weather day because of rain. We're going to get some rain. It's going to be an impact. But we don't expect flash flooding. That's why it's not. But we still want to alert you to what's coming because it's still going to be an impact. Rain's to the north right now. That's not going to impact us. See, this is just falling apart. You might get a little sprinkle in Pike County. Bulk of our rain from morning to early afternoon is when we're going to get most of it. And look what it adds up to. This is a rainfall forecast. We're in this 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. That's much better than the past times we've been hit by heavy rain that were 5, 6, 7 inches of rain. By the way, up to the 1 to 3 inch rainfall totals to the southwest. I still don't expect flash flooding because this is an area that actually can use the rain. Look at the drought monitor. There's areas of drought down to the southwest, so they're looking forward to getting an inch, 2 inches, maybe some spots a little over 2 inches of rainfall to the southwest. Again, bulk of this coming in the morning to early afternoon tomorrow. I'll walk you through it hour by hour, get you that timing so you can prepare. But it's all dry down Market Street right now. It kind of looks like it wants to rain. Now look at the clouds. On the BJC Skycam network, we're at 80 degrees right now, so peaks of sun getting through the clouds, but generally mostly cloudy day and mostly cloudy evening. Here's those chances for maybe a sprinkle or spot shower to the north, but we stay dry in St. Louis. That was 9 o'clock. I'm holding the clock overnight. Here's 4 a.m. And as we get into that morning drive, we're going to start to get into some rain. Here we are at 6 a.m. Notice where all the reds are, down to the southwest. And of course, that corresponds with where we expect the heaviest rain as well. This is at 9 a.m. Now, through about midday to early afternoon in St. Louis, we're still going to be dealing with rain. This is 1 o'clock, so it's really that morning to early afternoon. But then this starts to taper off. I wouldn't rule out a straight shower, kind of popping back up in the afternoon. There's 4 o'clock. But if you have plans in the evening, Cardinals game, looking better. Rain chance is really low. This is at 7 o'clock, so I expect it to be a for that game. But rain showers 7 a.m. at noon. Look what it does to the temperatures. 60s through noon tomorrow. Because of the rain. A spot shower still at 3 o'clock, but 72. That's it for the high. 72. What a reversal. We've gone from all that heat to now dealing with a high in the low 70s. At 6 o'clock, mostly cloudy at 72. And again, I think we're okay for the Cardinals game. A straight shower can't be completely ruled out, but I think mainly dry and just noticeably cool for August baseball. 71 at 6:45, taking on the Rockies at 68 by the 9th inning. 60s by the 9th inning. And this isn't October baseball, so it's going to feel cool for sure. It's going to get warmer. Wednesday, we're back up to a high of 83, partly cloudy skies. We've got a dry pattern Wednesday, Thursday. We have a slight chance for rain late Friday. Right now, I think as we get towards the weekend, the better chance for rain is going to be on Saturday. Right now, I have it 30%. As we get a little closer to the weekend, see how widespread that is too. That percentage may increase. Still have a slight chance for rain on Sunday. But again, right now, Saturday looks like the better bet. But highs back up into the middle 80s. So if you're not quite ready for low 70s, much of the day being in the 60s, then we've got some warmer weather right around the corner for you.
I like it, both the forecast and the first alert, Nate.
Yep. Hopefully you enjoy it going forward.
Yeah.
Maybe the first alert.
Thank you. Coming up after the break for you, we have some ideas, help you save money when shopping for back to school clothes for your kids.
First Alert Weather is brought to you by GateWayFreshStart.com. Get that gooey feeling of guaranteed credit approval and drive home a new vehicle today. I got hurt in a car wreck and I need a lawyer. How much does it cost to hire Mike and his team?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
It costs me absolutely nothing up front to hire my law firm. We only get paid when you get paid.
Mike and his team started working for me for no money up front, and they got me $150,000. Mike's got this.
Call me. I've got this.
Call 314-888-4444.
Herman is wine country, and so much more. Nestled in the heart of the Missouri River Valley, Herman is a foodie's dream. Walk to more than 20 restaurants to satisfy your craving for New York-style hand-tossed pizza, burgers and wings, or traditional German fare like schnitzel or award-winning German-style brats. Satisfy your sweet tooth with handmade chocolates, pies, pastries, or ice cream. Explore visitherman.com to see a menu of options to satisfy your cravings.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's me, sales Bennett. Now that's something I can commit to. This RAV4 doesn't even have as many standard safety features as this Rogue.
Get low APR financing plus no payments for 90 days on Ultima.
Love may be forever, but these offers are not.
Have you been suffering with erectile dysfunction? Have you been avoiding the issue? Help is available at the St. Louis Men's Clinic, locally owned and operated, providing help for men just like you for over 8 years. The knowledgeable all-male staff would be proud to help you be yourself again. Call today and receive a confidential consultation and all testing for only $99. You will be glad you did. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Come see why autumn is the perfect time to play the trail.
Searching for the very best furniture sale this weekend? Look no further than Kettle River Furniture and Bedding in Edwardsville. You'll find everything on sale, including brand names you know. Yes, our showroom is brimming with gorgeous living rooms, recliners, family-size sections, dining rooms, loads of mattresses in stock and ready for placement in your home. So now that you know, come to the absolute best sleep. Kettle River Furniture and Bedding, Edwardsville.
As students return to classrooms, a new poll finds nearly a third of parents worried trained middle schoolers are likely to get hurt in the drop-off area. Speeding, distracted driving, and children not staying on sidewalks are just
Students studying seminary for 12 years.
Kids often look for the latest fashions as they head back to school, but the cost of new clothes can add up quickly. In a story that's on the consumer reporter Rachel DePapa has this.
Yeah. You could study in seminary
in school year. Families tend to splurge this time.
Yeah.
What?
Pretty good in seminary.
And Sherry, a coach union, says, use back to school clothes shopping as a lesson.
Even if they're older, like teens or preteens, give them a certain amount of money so that they can allocate and really see how far that money goes.
Dale says, also, don't feel like you have to purchase everything at one time. She says, spread it out. And the fall goes on sale. You could also team up with a family for gently used hand-me-downs. That always helps to refresh the wardrobe. And in that vein, check out Facebook Marketplace and consign stores for great value, but must-have fashion. Great to ask a retail I'm Rachel DePapa.
The news continues here on there are a number of recalls you need to know about. One for parents of young children, and two for items you might have in your kitchen right now. Spider-Man is famous for his but now the care of the World Wide Web is a whole different story. That story coming in 20 minutes.
That sucks.
Demands that the fan coverage you deserve. And Brown and Crouppen will find the truth and get you all the justice you deserve.
Menards has the products you need to job. Shaw has the perfect flooring. Big to easy to install laminate flooring and waterproof vinyl plank. Shaw flooring is 11% off. Paint at an incredible value with Pittsburgh Ultra interior paint.
Oh my God.
Full finish, a gallon of is $19.55 after 11% off. Save big money in Menards. Guess who's really paying for Darren Bailey's campaign for governor? You are. Yes, you are. Follow along. Darren Bailey's taking millions in government money. The same Darren Bailey who acts like he's against government. And Bailey got caught taking a fortune in PPP money just weeks before giving $150,000 to his campaign. He's running for governor. Darren Bailey didn't even say thank you. Elon Musk says Tesla.
I'm just
it will blow your mind, but does it work?
Jay's female eye.
Over again, 100,000 Teslas are already using full self-driving on public roads. I'm Dan O'Dell.
a safety engineer. And Tesla Full Self-Driving is the worst commercial software out there.
Nothing? Costs you absolutely nothing up front to hire my law firm. We only get paid when you get paid.
Mike's got this.
Call me. I've got this.
Time. It's life's most precious commodity, especially when you have metastatic breast cancer. When your time is threatened, it's hard to invest in your future. Until now. Kisqali is helping women live longer than ever before when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali kills into disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or abnormal. It can cause serious skin
God's always also key.
Or other symptoms of an infection, worsening rash, or pregnant or avoid premature treatment. Your future is ahead of you, so it's time to make the most of it with Kisqali. Because when you invest in yourself, everyone gets the best of you.
Live from the KOB Broad Center. This is watching out for you.
Now at 4:30, Rudy Giuliani's lawyer says prosecutors in Atlanta have said Giuliani is a target of their criminal investigation into possible illegal attempts by then President Donald Trump to interfere in the 2020 general election in Georgia. A special grand jury has called Giuliani to testify on Wednesday. And a federal judge says U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham must testify before that same special grand jury in Atlanta. Graham has on a attempt to get out of testimony, and he can still appeal this latest ruling. Britain has become the first country to authorize an updated version of the COVID-19 version and original virus and the Omicron variant. Joining us for the is 4 at 4. I'm Paige Holsey. There are a couple of recalls you need to know about this afternoon. You need to check your freezer if you bought frozen pizza recently. Home Run Inn's Frozen Foods is recalling more than 13,000 pounds of its Chicago's premium pizzeria deluxe sausage classic pizza. The product might be contaminated with metal pieces. The recalled product has a Best Buy date of December 3rd, 2022. Consumers complained to the company about the metal in the pizza, however, no injuries were reported. Home Run Inn says anyone with the product should not eat it, instead throw it away or return it to the place of purchase for a refund. Also, check to see if you have any King's Hawaiian products in your kitchen. The company recalling pretzel slider buns, pretzel hamburger buns, and pretzel bites. An ingredient used to make these products has been recalled by another company. Could contain potentially harmful bacteria, but there have been no reports of any illnesses. Ian recommends throwing out the also, Tara, you need this recall. About 2 million Mamaroo swings and 120,000 Rockaroo rockers, so nationwide, are being recalled. When they're not in use, the restraint straps can hang below. A growing infant could become entangled in the straps, posing a strangulation hazard. Including a versions that have the 3-point harness. All right, moles and mosquitoes, if you have a yard or you've even stepped outside, you have probably noticed that this summer, just 2 of the many pest pains that we get to deal with here in the St. Louis region this time of year. So to help us deal with them, Jay Everett joins us. He is with Rattler Pest Solutions, and you brought a special guest with you today.
I did.
Show us who you have.
Well, this is, we're going to call her Maggie the Mole.
Maggie the Mole, there she is.
She is just a female, pretty large mammal. You know, they got tear up the lawn.
For something so small, they sure do a lot of damage.
They do. And a lot of that comes from them, you know, out there foraging for the worms that they eat. It's the largest portion of their diet. So it is a pretty tough pest to get rid of, which I understand you've had a problem.
Yes, we definitely have a problem in our yard, and I don't think that I've seen too many of them alive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Most of
everybody's letters are credit, okay, everybody's letters are credit.
They do. I've heard a lot of them.
Yeah, and yes, we definitely have a problem in our yard, and I don't think that I've seen too many of them alive, to be honest.
Most of 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 most of
best way to deal with these moles?
You know, I think it's a combination of a bunch of things. The traps.
Oh, by the way,
have to
they
be
get
really
theirs.
diligent with
Yeah,
them.
they got theirs.
There are some baits out there that you can put in the ground. The unfortunate part of them is they get really expensive when you need 20 or 30 of them. But and then there's some repellents out there as well. You just have to understand the repellents are a lot slower acting, and they take a lot more time to get into the soil, and that basically taints the soil that they live in. And it
Yeah,
kind of
what's
drives
this talk?
So when we have problems with moles,
Pericles isn't coming today?
or do they come in pairs, or are there families of
That's a
them?
great question. You know, real protective of their runs, but that doesn't mean that if you have a common ground or a creek or an area where the grass may be grown up, you might have, 4 or 5, a dozen for that fact. So,
Okay,
but,
so moles, just one of the issues. The other big one is mosquitoes, right?
yeah, with all the rain we've had, all the puddling and the moisture that's kind of standing, the mosquitoes have kind of gone off right now. I play a lot of golf, and you get out there, you don't see that much at the beginning of the summer, but now they're really bad, and you've got to wear the repellents to kind of keep the fighting you.
What do you find works best for the mosquitoes?
The products that contain 25% DEET, that usually is the best one, and you just need to follow the directions and apply appropriately, and that goes a long way with keeping them from biting you.
How do we know if this is something we can handle on our own, or maybe it's time to call somebody in?
With the moles, if you get lucky and you catch one and you're diligent, you do all your landscaping and you're out there all the time, go ahead and try tackling it. Obviously it's one of those that, if you live in the right conditions, it's going to be a struggle.
And what's the worst case scenario if you let them go?
A lot of times they're going to destroy your turf, so you spend all your money, making your lawn look great, fertilizer. Well, that makes, when you condition the soil appropriately, that draws in all those earthworms, which is a big part of their diet. So,
When you live with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, your day can be full of.
I never looked at it that way, no. By this time, family relationships were very sour.
Yes, they were.
Because what? They knew you suspected her.
Well, they knew that I.
Kind of wiener.
That's a drive from here. Mind if we go by there first before I take them?
No, not at all.
They're at a raucous rock and roll right now.
The horrors of humanity!
Hand on the head for being that young Detroit Tigers fan gone viral after losing his hot dog at the game yesterday in Chicago. His reaction there, oh man, says it all. Steve, I hope someone got him a new hot dog.
Right?
Surely.
Oh, and he's so aware of what happened. The hand to the head. Oh, just cute, yeah. But, cute weather out there because it's cloudy. It looks like it wants to rain. I'll tell you what, rain's going to hold off until tomorrow. We're going to get some rain. It's going to impact your morning. I'll show you where the heaviest, some even 2 inches of rain.
And we are good week. That story coming up after the weekend. Also had a video of a bear burning up the internet. Find out why when we come back. You're watching TV Sport 4 as we take a live look at the Gateway Arch here from our BJC Skycam. We'll be right back.
But Lee Harshbarger told
I'd rather longer to pay.
Is there no stipulation? Tell me how long.
Nice.
Ooh, nice
We can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do,
Well, they let you turn it on.
What are you doing? Damn wits. Well, we killed us about 2 cows, but killing that old man up the 80 sky high. I knew that one thing was no accident. What about your end of the deal?
In his career and sustained substantial injuries. In fact, he still had a metal plate in his head. His partner was shot in the end, and they actually fought back and won that battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce.
Are you 50 or over? Let's talk with some folks about the AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford. Vanessa, did you know that the Hartford has an auto insurance?
To dance against our kids, who's not even part of our team, and Abby's the show. Who has a custom-made costume that's gorgeous, and I'll tell you the one that we stay in 2 seconds. You dance your dance with your friend.
Melissa tells us that Abby is entering Kalani and Maddie's duet in this competition, and she's acting all shocked about it. And when we asked Melissa if Maddie was even doing a duet at this competition with Kalani, she flat out said no. And Maddie said no.
Okay, judges, we are now going to entry number 76. Entry number 76 is a preteen duet. Miracle.
Everybody knows I want to win. And the routines that I already performed just started cutting it. I want to put my best foot forward, and that foot belongs to a girl named Kalani. Started, kids. That's show business.
Please welcome to Sapphire.
Sunny day in October, when you walked right through my door. From the first moment I saw you, my heart stopped beating. Do lightning storms, do loving and birds together see.
Adventure begins at very.
I know
that killed 6 people, including a pregnant woman. Was back to court to hash out the issue of bond after she was charged with murder last week. Nicole, a traveling nurse from Texas, was charged with 6 counts of murder and 5 counts of vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence. Now, one murder charge was filed.
Just go ahead and let her go.
Always loving the Vampire Slayer and the X-Files.
Jolly underdog.
Oh my. Look at this. Mr. Crichton, delighted to see you again. We were just discussing your future. There's no time.
How you do that, like, those I may have not really like exercise a lot of time.
Check out Patomax.com for the most happy. Check out Patomax.com, shop is free.
$1 billion in tax debt for their.
Hey, give the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews.
They've gotten past that shock of the
Situation's dire. Give
They're
them.
gonna settle in, they're gonna make a run. It starts tonight against the Antioch Conference.
All right, guys, well, I'm gonna throw something out right now.
We ever watch the Chicago War Trade, just yelling past the head. Why do you run do that?
International money laundering, bribery, and billions of dollars. Would you believe me? Well, one of the biggest financial frauds of all time. Spending absurd amounts of money, partying with the who's who of Hollywood. Could he get away with this? This is the con. All new Thursday night on ABC. What if I told you there's a con that ensnares some of the world's biggest movie stars and involved international money laundering, bribery, and billion?
Talking about the proposal put on the table by the U.S. Griner and ex-Marine Paul Whelan, also an American, in exchange for the Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. Kristen Dahlgren is following this one for us. And Kristen, let me start with that appeal. Like, in the normal, perhaps, let me say this way, in an American legal system, an appeal is sort of part of the due process. But we are talking about Russia here. And even before the trial, experts were saying there's virtually no shot that she would end up, out of prison. Why do it? Why make this move?
Right, and so a couple of things probably going on here. One, pursuing all avenues while there is a lot of talk about a prisoner swap and certainly not a done deal. So that is one thing they could do in the Russian legal system, but really more likely is to keep her name out there and to win in this court of public opinion, really garnering sympathy from Griner as these talks continue about this kind of high-level prisoner swap. Her attorneys arguing that the sentence was excessive, even in Russian court. They say that most people with this type of offense might get something like 5 years. Many of them are paroled. Of course, she got almost the maximum sentence. That would have been 10. She was given 9.5. So probably a lot of this is for the court of public opinion more than anything, Hallie.
I want to read what we're now hearing from a senior Russian diplomat on this topic that you just mentioned, Kristen, of that prisoner swap, acknowledging that U.S. and Russia are talking about this through accepted channels, saying Moscow wants Bout, we kind of knew that, and saying that the mentioned names are really being considered. This is I would say a notably more, if not optimistic, Kristen, at least a more open tone that we've heard from Russia before. What's behind that?
Right, and it's interesting because we didn't hear anything from Russia until this past weekend. They finally confirmed that these talks are going on. I imagine a lot of it was really waiting to see the conviction. And they've also sort of said, even now, that they want these negotiations to be done through the proper channels that the president has decided on, rather than arguing it in sort of this microphone diplomacy is what they were calling it, and saying they prefer these talks to really be private. And these are sensitive negotiations. There is a lot on the line, and it's all sort of in the background as we're starting to hear more about these prisoners that could be on the table. Bout is called the merchant of death for his his arms dealings around the world. So really a lot on the line as these decisions are made, Hallie.
Kristen Dahlgren, thank you for that breakdown. Appreciate it. We have a lot more to come over the next couple of minutes. The backstory up next, going behind the scenes on this TikTok trend you've probably heard about, kind of controversial, about how we set the lines between work and play. And maybe a new chapter in the Great Resignation. Are you quiet quitting? Are you quiet quitting right now? Bert isn't.
As we look out over the latest city turned crime scene, we see the things left behind. Right now, we are NBC News exclusive. The day's biggest political stories with trusted insight now and expert analysis now. A daily look at the politics behind the headlines. Meet the Press Now, streaming weekdays at 4 p.m. on NBC News Now.
We're here to start a conversation about the big things happening in our world. Because it's not my job to tell you what to think. My job is to think about what you tell me. Now tonight, with Joshua Johnson, streaming weeknights at 8 on NBC News Now.
Sometimes the news can be difficult and overwhelming for kids to understand, so we've created a newscast just for them. We hope your family will watch Nightly News Kids Edition. It's the best time in the morning. Feel the vibes there on the show.
Now tonight with Joshua Johnson, streaming weeknights at 8 on NBC News Now.
No stress, no mess, just young. That's it.
We're here to start conversations about the big things happening in our world. Because it's not my job to tell you what to think. My job is to think about what you tell me. Now tonight with Joshua Johnson, streaming weeknights at 8 on NBC News Now. To cover the news, you have to be here. This is how so many towns and cities are protecting themselves. They're pushing the gates open. Was there a school officer on campus? That's what we control. No, top story with Don Ellis. Weeknights at 7 on NBC News Now. Now tonight with Joshua Johnson, streaming weeknights at 8 on NBC News Now.
You will open the door for so many people. I love working with people. I could actually do this by myself.
Oh,
Hello! Let's you with a smile on every single face. It feels like Christmas and my birthday or something. Desire, deception, and a double cross. The seduction of Story only Dateline and Keith Morrison can tell. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Top story with Don Ellis. Weeknights at 7 on NBC News Now.
The Seduction, Dateline's newest podcast. Listen now. Harry Styles!
Sometimes the news can be difficult and overwhelming for kids to understand.
Ukraine and Russia. Could you help me understand what's going on?
So to help make sense of it all, we've created a newscast just for them. We hope your family will watch Nightly News Kids Edition.
Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
NBC News, streaming free now.
Harry Styles!
NBC News covers hundreds of stories every day, and because you couldn't possibly read or watch or listen to them all, our bureau teams have done it for you. This is what they tell us is going down in their regions in a segment we call The Local. From our Southeast Bureau, a scary scene, but luckily nobody was really seriously hurt after a roof partially collapsed at an elementary school in Memphis, in the library area this morning. No students were in there at the time. 3 adults had to be taken to the hospital. The Memphis Fire Department is checking to make sure that the rest of the building is structurally safe. From our West Coast Bureau, hip-hop star Nick Seahouse was honored today with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You'll remember he was shot and killed in 2019 outside his LA clothing store called Marathon. The rapper was from LA and would have turned 37 years old today. From our Midwest Bureau, the votes are in. The Cincinnati Zoo announcing their new baby hippo's name on the Today Show this morning. Did you catch it? That's Fritz. 200,000 people voted on little nugget baby Fritz's name. He was born August 3rd. He's been spending time with his mom in the gloat. That's what you call a hippo habitat, a gloat. Fritz will soon join the other hippos at the zoo, including his big sister, Fiona. Hey, Fritz. Time now to get the backstory, our behind-the-scenes look at how a story comes together and how it fits into our bigger picture. And tonight we're talking quiet quitting. It is all over TikTok, a trend where mostly younger people are posting about putting some lines in place. How about that, between work and life? Because they say they're feeling burnout. And these posts, so many people are engaging with these posts. The hashtag quiet quitting has 4 million views now. Sam Rock talked with one so-called quiet quitter about what this actually means to her.
Quietly quitting for me is acting my wage and knowing that my time is valuable in the specific time I have, and that I don't feel bad not going above and beyond.
So this isn't people quitting their jobs, right? So quiet quitting is kind of a misnomer. It's really just doing what you need to do and not going above and beyond what you need to do. There's some pushback. This is controversial from career coaches and experts who say this doesn't really work if you're trying to jumpstart your career or run your own business. But it's part of a bigger conversation that a lot of workers are having right now, especially as the pandemic winds down. It's kind of like what we saw with the Great Resignation. People are taking a step back and they're reevaluating their work-life priorities. Sam Rock did this story. He's joining us now. Sam, I'm so intrigued by a lot of this here because I wonder, to get an employee to talk about doing just the bare minimum work on camera when their bosses may actually watch them do the interview, had to have been a hard sell, no?
It is. There's a little magic that has to go on there, but I will say this, Alex, in terms of the backstory, we did reach out to about 516 videos on TikTok. They wanted to know they could do it. Either they didn't respond, or they just we ended up interviewing Natalie Flores, who you heard from a second ago. She commented in the thread of posts for a LinkedIn article about why I quit it. And we reached out to her and said, can we talk to you about this specific wage aspect? And once we explained what we were doing with the Today Show, she agreed. But what's also notable about that is for her, pay was the issue. But for a lot of people, it's not necessarily that. It is not just working the minimum either and setting work personal life boundaries. It's also about a sense of purpose and a mission. A lot of people, when they start out their jobs, feel that higher purpose, but if they love the contact with managers, they don't really understand what they're doing anymore, what the company is trying to accomplish, they lose interest. And there's really a widespread feeling of that right now throughout corporate America.
I think it's, I have a little bit, I'll be honest with you, Sam, because we love to unzip our skins and get a little vulnerable on this show. I have a little bit of a hard time understanding what some of the backlash is to this, right? Because, and I wonder if it has to do with like, the industry that we're in, because right now, like you know, in the news business, like you have to, when there's news that has happened, you have to do the news. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different sort of pace, and like I wonder if that's something that you're thinking about as we're pulling the store together, or if that's like getting too personal for you.
No, 1,000%. I almost laughed when I was talking with a career coach, and she said, "Now some people, they don't want to work 10 hours or 12 hours a day." I'm like, where can I sign up for that? I mean, we're working 16, 18, 20 hours a day. I'm not sure that you actually sleep. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually.
Football team.
That's right.
And this is why I have a little bit of trouble in the court, and like, so I feel like in my old age, like, I have really come to appreciate, I think, like, a work-life boundary, do you know what I mean? And so, I think that, like, I have superiors and managers who also appreciate work-life boundaries, and who encourage me to appreciate work-life boundaries, and I wonder, like, is that because I have good managers, or is that because there's maybe a generational disconnect here?
Just casual dinner, see what happens.
Both. And you know, I think you make a really good point, which is when you know everything that you have all the time, generally your managers hopefully will understand that you need some space to spend with your kids, to spend with your loved ones, with your significant other. But when you're on the job, man, are you on the job? But also, bigger picture right now, if you want to be a managing director at an investment bank, you want to be a partner at a law firm, if you want to go into medicine, whatever your specialty, you're not getting there working 6, 7, 8 hours a day. That's just not going to happen. For some jobs, this is the point of the career coach. If you are trying to just really have an enjoyable life and reach that balance, then you've got to set boundaries. But if your goal is the aspirations of reaching the highest levels of profession you can get, this is completely irrelevant to your life and how you function all day.
It's an interesting topic. It's obviously created a lot of conversation, a lot of controversy. I talked to you for 45 minutes about it today. We have other news to get to. How fitting. Thank you very much, Ben. Appreciate it. Exactly. We have some great news actually coming out of New York City. This is just coming in as we've been on the air here. Big delays in New York, pushing back planes and flights for up to 2 hours or more. And the FAA, just in the last couple of minutes here, has tweeted about this. They said it's because of, look at this, unexpected staff availability. It means that at one of the biggest airports in the country, you've got to reduce the number of flights at JFK, at LaGuardia, and at Newark to keep everybody safe. I want to bring in Tom Casello, who's joining us now. Is this a, like, I think the obvious question, Tom, I don't know the answer, is this a sick out? Is this a strike? Is this just a coincidence? Like, what's going on?
Sources tell me this is not a sick out. Sources tell me, in fact, they've got an unexpected number of people who are suddenly on sick leave. Now, when I asked specifically, is that because of COVID, the answer was not necessarily. Could be part of the issue, but not necessarily all of the issue. The trouble is, this is the most congested airspace in the country, and you cannot substitute somebody for a less busy type of tower or TRACON and slip them into this role, because you need to have experience and precise training to be able to step into New York City airspace. So as a result, they've got to lower the tempo ever so slightly. That means fewer planes coming into JFK and Newark, as well as LaGuardia. We're talking 2-hour delays at the moment. I think I've only seen one cancellation so far. That could change, but likely to build through the evening here with flight delays and maybe cancellations later. And the FAA is making it's on them. They're not blaming anybody else. They're not blaming the airlines. They're saying on this one, we simply are in a staffing crunch because of safety issues that are ongoing right now.
To broaden this out beyond just a New York-centric story, there could be domino effects from this. Know if the delays persist related to other flights on the East Coast or the Midwest.
Yeah, there usually is. I mean, I think I read at one point that something like 25% of America's air traffic transits over or through or into and out of New York City airspace. So you can imagine right there the ripple effect, right? If you're trying to get out of Charlotte, go to Denver, go to LA, whatever the case may be, there will likely be a ripple effect. However, if you're just flying right over the top of New York, hopefully that won't be as big of a problem as if you're trying to get into and out of New York.
Tom Costello, live for us on that breaking news. Tom, thank you. And thank you, by the way, for keeping the seat warm all last week while I was out. You are much appreciated.
I appreciate it.
She's so full of
Grateful for your service as always. Thanks. Spider-Man actor Tom Holland has a new message about taking some time away from social media, and it is reaching millions since he made this announcement. Nearly 19 million views on his Instagram post, 7 million likes and counting. After Holland told his followers he's going to stop scrolling, he's going to get offline because it was getting to be, in his words, overstimulating and overwhelming.
I get caught up and I spiral when I read things about me online, and ultimately it's very detrimental to my mental state. So I decided to take a step back and delete the account.
I don't know if you ever like.
So much love for this, okay, for opening up, for talking about the impact of social media on his mental health. Justin Bieber. Fans tell the actor take as much time as he needs. And listen, Tom Holland is a superstar, but he's not the first one to do this. Ed Sheeran, Camila Cabello, Demi Lovato, they've all taken time off social media for similar reasons. Guy Schwartz is doing this now. Guy, this is like a super famous person, right? He's like he's Spider-Man. He's got movies, he's dating somebody else, he's like a mega superstar also. And I wonder, and I sort of applaud Tom Holland, I think, for the impact of being a big name and a big voice, saying, hey, mental health matters, and we don't have to be online constantly about it.
Exactly. Right. There's really two ways to look at it. There's the post, which he's been going through as an individual. And then also, as you mentioned, there's the reaction, which seems to show that millions of people are feeling the exact same way. Yeah, people like Bieber have been showing support in the comments, but more importantly, he seems to have touched this zeitgeist. Millions of everyday people that can totally relate to it. And how he does those comments, it is very clear he's getting people to wonder if us humans are wired to get this much stimulation at all times, to be disconnected to as much instant feedback.
My very non-expert answer on that, like, I just need to know. I mean, Twitter is I did a health study. I post like 5 tweets a year because I had to also step away from it because it can be a super toxic place for me, at least. You know, comedian Amy Schumer just posted this video. It's very playful, and she kind of jokes about, like, you know, all the things that she does online, this sort of parody videos, saying she's going to spend more time on social media for her tomorrow. But she's obviously being sarcastic because she's sort of making the point nobody mental health for being online. Gabby Douglas, cancer gymnastics champ, just she's taking time off. That said, you know, some people do find positive connectivity from social media. It's a balance.
Absolutely, and that Amy Schumer post, I think some people were like, "Oh, this is awkwardly timed." Just like you said, I think it's perfectly timed. I think that sarcasm really gets driven home. Let's take a quick look.
That is helping me, so you'll be seeing a lot more of me on social media just for my physical and mental well-being.
And look, Holly, there are studies that suggest that a week-long break can lead to significant improvements in well-being, in depression, and anxiety. And as we're mentioning, there's studies where there are people that say that it is hard to determine how much impact social media can have when there's other big big factors at play. You've got the pandemic, you've got the economy, changes to education. So, Holly, you just shared some of your experience. All I can really tell you is what I see firsthand. Just anytime I see something like this, it just makes me want to delete. You know,
what is it?
Delete Instagram. Just do it right now.
Don't do it. I'm not gonna see baby pictures. God, come on, man. The people demand it.
I think I'm gonna delete.
She takes.
This is an award winning here.
Yeah, Instagram, deleting now.
Can you seriously keep off of this for 1 week? I'm gonna bring you back in a week and see how you do.
1 week, it's gone.
I'm shook, my friend. Thank you. expected to plead guilty to criminal charges. Cited as indictment by the Manhattan DA as soon as this Thursday morning. Of course, terms of the plea was significant, of course, given the extensive figure inside the Trump organization. We're going to stay on top of this story, and you'll see more coverage right here on NBC News Now. We are 1 minute over in our newscast because that's how much we fit in for you here. More tomorrow. Good to be back with you. We'll see you then. We're coming on the air with former President Trump saying he's not going anywhere because he says the FBI took his passports, along with, of course, those boxes of top secrets documents during that search. We're hearing today exclusively from former National Security Advisor John Bolton about how his old boss, he says, was not super careful with his records. And the breaking details just coming into us on why the Justice Department says its key affidavit in this investigation should stay secret. Plus new details on another Trump-related investigation, this one out of Georgia. The former president's former attorney, Rudy Giuliani, now considered a target. We'll explain what it means and why he and a Republican senator may have to talk with a grand jury. And you've heard of the Rust Belt, the Bible Belt. How about the extreme heat belt that's going to hit more than just the South? Why folks as far north as Chicago may soon have temperatures that feel like 125 degrees on the rim. Plus, we go behind the scenes on employees determined to set better work-life boundaries. Maybe you're one of them. The quiet quitter tip-top trend in tonight's backstory. And speaking of breaks, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man won't be on social media for a while. We'll talk about why Tom Holland is stepping back in a controversial way from his online life later in the show. Hey, I'm Hallie, and we are just now finding out in the last few minutes as we're coming on the air that federal prosecutors want the judge overseeing the search of former President Trump's Florida home to keep that affidavit sealed. So what does that mean? Basically, it means we're not going to know the reason why the FBI carried out that search for a while. It comes as we're getting some exclusive new details from Mr. Trump's former National Security Advisor, John Bolton, about how his old boss, in Bolton's words, worried people all the time with how he handled classified documents. Here's what he just told our Ken Delaney and late today.
I don't think the president particularly cared what the rules were. He had a very distorted view of what the president's constitutional authority was.
We now know the FBI seized 11 sets of documents that were not supposed to be in including 4 sets labeled top secret and one that's a level above that, a level above top secret. And it's not just documents. The former president says the FBI took his passports, even though we should add the specific mention of passports was not on the property received that's been unsealed. Neither NBC News nor officials publicly have confirmed those details. And then over on Capitol Hill, you've got Congress demanding answers. The Democrats in charge of the Senate and House Intelligence Committees want what they're calling a damage assessment on any threat to national security from the Biden administration. And some Republicans have their own ideas on what should be turned over. As do you see this? These are barricades that have been put up now outside the main FBI office here in D.C. That's because FBI and Homeland Security officials say there have been a spike in threats against them since Monday's search a week ago led to this whole firestorm. One guy out of Pennsylvania actually just got arrested for making threats. He posted them